For number 11, we're going to be dividing fractions. Now, for the first one here, we have 7/8 divided by 7/8. And this really goes with one of our math principles, which is any number divided by itself is 1. So 3 divided by 3 is 1, 6 divided by 6 is 1, and 147 divided by 147 is 1. And of course, a fraction is a division problem, so a division problem is fractions. 3/3 is 1, 6/6 is 1, any number over itself is 1. So therefore, 7/8 divided by 7/8 has to equal 1. Now we can go ahead and actually divide this problem. If we're going to divide it, we have several steps that we do. Number 1, we have to make sure that they are fractions. These are already starting out as fractions. Then we're going to use what we call keep, change, flip. We're going to keep our first fraction, so we're going to keep 7/8. We're going to change our division into multiplication. So we're now going to make this into multiply. And if we change one thing, we have to change something else. So we're going to end up flipping the next fraction and making it 8/7. Now at this point we could multiply 7 times 8 and get 56, and 8 times 7 and get 56, and of course 56/56 is going to be 1. But our next step is usually to cancel. And on here we can cancel the 8 and 8 to 1s, and the 7 and the 7 to 1s. So we get 1 times 1 is 1, and denominator 1 times 1 is 1, and anything over itself is equal to 1. Now, if we have fractions that are not the same, we're going to use the same steps. First of all, these are already fractions. So we're going to have to keep, change, flip. So basically we never divide fractions. We always multiply by the flipped fraction, or we multiply, we call that the reciprocal. So I'm going to change this to 4/7 times, and if I change this to multiply, I have to change this to the reciprocal, which is simply flipping this fraction upside down. Then I'm going to see if I can cancel. I can. 7 and 21 are both divisible by 7. 7 goes into 7 once. 7 goes into 21 3 times. So now I can multiply numerator times numerator. 4 times 3 and 12. And denominator times denominator. 1 times 5 is 5. And I get 12/5. Now 12/5 is an improper fraction, meaning that our numerator is larger than our denominator. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to take this, and remember that a fraction is a division problem. 12 divided by 5. We write it the same order it is here. 12 divided by 5. So 5 goes into 12 twice, which gives us 10. We subtract, we get 2. And once again, our remainder becomes our numerator of our fraction, and the denominator that we originally have stays the same. So 2 and 2/5 will be our final answer. Let's take a look at another one. 3/4 divided by 9/16. So once again, they're already fractions. We have to make sure that we have no mixed numbers or whole numbers. Then we're going to keep and change this and flip this. So we're going to multiply by the reciprocal. We never divide fractions. We pretty much multiply by the reciprocal. Now I see if I can cancel. I can cancel 3 and 9. They're both divisible by 3. 3 divided by 3 is 1. 9 divided by 3 is 3. Then I look at 16 and 4, and they are both divisible by 4. 4 divided by 4 is 1. 16 divided by 4 is 4. Now I'm going to go through numerator times numerator, so 1 times 4 equals 4, and denominator times denominator, 1 times 3 equals 3. Once again, my numerator is larger, so therefore it's an improper fraction, so I'm going to divide. 4 divided by 3. 3 goes into 4 one time. That's my whole number. I subtract, and I get 1. And of course, our denominator is going to stay the same. And this remainder will be my numerator. So 1 and 1/3 would be my answer. So once again, we don't divide, we multiply by the reciprocal, which is simply the flipped fraction.